Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to work with data frames and different file formats. As I told, in the process of data analysis, we will gather data from different sources. It can be from websites or from databases, irrespective whether it is structured or unstructured database and all. So for that, we will convert those respective files to data frame, and we will perform the data analysis, and again the final output based on our requirement we may or may not convert to the file format. It means that, for example, if I am gathering data from a website, in general, again, I won't maintain in the same format, right? So that one I'll convert to data frame. What actually is my requirement, I'll perform that operation on that particular data, and the result we'll get, right? That result I can convert to another type. Like, you can say in Excel format, I want to store it like that. In real time, we are going to work. So again, in this, there are two pictures. Initially, nothing but two parts are there. Yes, coming to the first part. Yes, they since now I am not having data, I am just firstly I am going to create data frame, and that data frame we will convert to different file formats. Once we convert, for verification whether that file is stored or not, so how to read that files and all, again we will convert those files to data frames, or we will simply try to open that particular file. So this is how we are going to convert, and like this we are going to work on data frame and different file formats. So just a second. Yes. Now open command prompt and type Jupyter Notebook. Yes. In previous lectures we have worked with NumPy as well as pandas. Yes. Now create a new notebook. This will be completely for data analysis. Let me keep it as data analysis. Yes. Firstly, we are going to convert data frames to different file formats. Yes, before starting, what are the different file formats you need to note them. In this lecture, we will discuss few, and remaining, while working with databases and all, slowly one by one new file formats will be introduced. So here for listing, let me list all of them. CSV files we are going to work, text files we are going to work, HTML files, XML files, JSON files. Yes, in this complete lecture, we are going to work with this five file formats. Other than this, there are also few files which we are going to work. That is Excel. Excel is nothing but XLSX, and still we are going to have HDM5 and all. So those all anyhow we will discuss in the upcoming sessions, but for now these five are enough. Yes. Now data frame to different file formats. Yes. Firstly, we need to import the packages NumPy and Pandas. Yes, guys, one more thing. Throughout this data analysis lectures, I will maintain this same notebook. And here only in first cell I am going to include all the packages which are required. So let me keep it above this one. Yes. This first cell we will use for packages. NumPy and pandas package. Yes, cell is running. Yes. Now, let me take null because we will also perform few null operations. And here we are not going to see more operations. The reason is already those are covered in the pandas lecture. Nothing was the previous video lecture. If you have not watched the previous lecture, here you can't understand anything. So firstly watch that one and again you can watch this. Yes. Now as I told np.nan. Yes, it will give error because since when is the latest version, this this should be as completely lowercase letters. Yes. Now I want to create a data frame. Let me say df is the name. Pd dot data frame of. Yes, directly instead of passing dictionary here itself, let me give everything. But it will be somewhat confusion, so let us take separately. Yes. D is a dictionary, and here you can give some of the values. Let me say name is one attribute. Give in form of a list values A, B, C. Yes, totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, totally 10 values, right? Yes, in Python, always maintain the indentation. Name is done. Next, let me say age. Yes, totally how many values? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, one value is extra. Let me remove it. Yes. Name over, age is over. Next, let us give uh here. Yes, let me reduce one more value here. Yes. Now let me say regarding voting eligibility. Here instead of no and yes, simply we will keep as zeros and ones. Zero means not eligible, one means eligible. That is how actually we will perform during the data analysis, which we will see in the upcoming sessions. Yes, totally 10 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. We'll also give the indexing. Df dot index is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10. Yes. Now let me print df. Yes, here you can see totally 10 values have been displayed. This is a simple data frame. Now we will work with one by one file formattings. Firstly, on which file format will work? Let us work on CSV. CSV stands for comma separated value. If you work with this Microsoft Excel, here normally I am showing you, but in general we can use this particular Excel file in our experiment also. Since it is Excel file, I will show you while working with the Excel files and all. Here you can see save a copy, right? Here let me click on it. Yes, here by default it will be as Excel workbook. If you click here, here you can see XML data, web page, CSV and all, right? So either you can you can directly use these files, or if you are not having the files, that's the reason. Firstly, we will convert the data frame to that particular file format, and then we are going to perform. Now let me go here. Yes. Now firstly we will work on CSV. CSV, comma separated value. Yes. Now DF is our data frame, guys. Remember that one. Throughout all the experiments we are going to use DF itself. So DF dot, how to convert to CSV? To underscore. CSV is the function. You can give any name as per your wish. Let me say data dot CSV. Just a second. Yes. Simply run this cell. Now the cell runs successfully means data dot CSV is created. Now here if you go normally to home page of this Jupyter notebook, simply scroll down. Here you can see data.csv. Actually, that file was not existing. When you just converted this data frame to CSV, automatically it saved here. Even though if you are working with this Google Colab, if you run here, here you can see this folder icon, right? Just click on that. Here instead of here you will get in different file formats. Now just let me open this data.csv. Here you can see the same data which I have given in the data frame came here. Now how do you verify this one actually? So here actually we are opening and we are understanding. But while working with real-time data, how can a machine can easily understand? So now let us perform how to read that one. This is nothing but converting to CSV. We need to add a cell above. Yes. Keep it as markdown. Name it as data frame to CSV. Now vice versa we need to perform. Nothing but CSV to data frame. CSV to data frame. Yes. Now, consider a random variable. Let me say A. Now, to verify, you are trying to read that CSV file. It is present in which package? Pandas. Here, actually, guys, remember that one. Directly, you are converting the data frame. So, you can use the particular data frame variable followed by dot, and you can call this function. For suppose if you want to use it as pd.to_csv, the first parameter should be your data frame. Here I am trying to read it by making use of one variable. So here pd.read_. Yes guys, remember that one. The advantage of this pandas package is here after pandas read_ any file format you use, it will open in form of a data frame itself. Now let me say pd.read_csv since it is CSV file. So what's the name I have given? Data.csv. Data.csv. Now you are trying to print the day. Just yes. Now you can see, right? But here, if you observe, the indexing got a new name here because while converting to the CSV file, that was not treated as an index actually. Even that index is treated as some values. So, for example, if you want to give name to the index, so let me run all this again. Here you have defined indexes, right? So name them. How you will use name? Df dot index dot name. What you want to give? Let me say it as ID. Yes, now you can see here for these indexes, it came as ID. Now again run all the cells. Now here you can see instead of unnamed 0, you got it as ID. Because while converting from data frame to any file format, that index is also treated as one of the columns. Remember that one. Same thing happened here. These indexes have been treated as an attribute and again it has given 0 to 9 as indexes here. This is what we will work with CSV files. There is also another technique to open this CSV file. This is one of the technique. Now opening CSV file, let me name it as opening CSV file. Opening CSV file. Yes. In Python, there is a function, as you know, list is a one of the data structure. List of open of. The reason why we use this open, if you are aware of, we have discussed with file openings and all right during the introduction to Python class. So for opening a file, we will use that open function. Now let me enter here data.csv. Yes, here you can see, right? Here actually this is the original format because it is comma separated value. It is not like Excel columns. Remember that one. CSV stands for comma separated values. Now what happens if you won't give list also? Let me show you. Because we need to work with all cases. Here you can see something it has given about vapor class and all. So that's the reason to make it understand we are going to open with using list. So here you can see all are comma separated, but for traversing to columns it has given as comma. To traverse row wise completely those are placed within the single quotes if you observe. Ending slash n is there. In our normal programming language, slash n means we will go to next line. That's the meaning here. This is what we work with CSV files. Hope you understood. Now coming to text files. Yes, text files are nothing but simply .txt. Our notepad extension type and all. So now let me name it as text files. Now firstly we will convert data frame to text file. Same things we are going to follow for all the 5 types or 4 types. 5 types. CSV, text, HTML, XML and JSON. Data frame to TXT. Yes. What is my data frame? DF is my data frame. Dot to underscore TXT for converting to text format. And here you need to give some name randomly. Since data I have already used, let me say capital yes list dot txt. Now you can see data frame object as no attribute to underscore txt. The reason is here inside you can view the file format as txt, but here it should not be as txt. Instead you can use to underscore csv of list.txt. Now if you go to home, list.txt is generated. See here. Let me open it. Here you can see, right? In same CSV file it is, but it is actually the text file. So let me close it. So this is how we convert data frame to text file. Now what's the next step? Text file to data frame. Text file to, it is very easy concept actually. Yes, text file to data frame. Same how you worked here, like here we have used read underscore CSV, right? Similarly, here we are performing, instead of the CSV file, we are passing list.txt. Here, let us check whether read underscore txt is available or not. No, it is not available. Few members may ask, since it is text file, can't we use text? No, such attribute is not available at all. So here again you need to use read underscore CSV. Now instead of A, let me take it as B. Yes. Now you can see again I got my data frame. Now how to open it? Opening process is same. Opening text file. Opening text file. List of, open of, list. Yes, name is list.csv, right? Sorry, txt. List.txt. Yes, you can see all the values have been printed here. Now this is what we work with text files. Text files is done, CSV files is done. Now coming to the main concept, HTML, XML, JSON is completely different here. Once again I am telling. Yes. Uh, just a second. Yes. Now coming to HTML. Data frame to HTML. HTML, you know that it is belongings to the front end development and all. It is completely regarding web development side. But HTML full form is hypertext markup language. And now converting data frame to HTML. Data frame is df itself. Df dot to underscore HTML of what name you want to give. Let me say rec dot HTML. Just run it. Yes. Now go to home. Here you can see in R, right, rec.html. Yes. Double click on it. Here you can see, yes. While converting to this HTML, it will be in a nice format with complete automatically. It will create in a tabular format and all. If you are aware of how to create tables in HTML and all, with default things, if you create, it will be similar to this format actually. So now, yes, now how to verify it, let us see. Just close it. Yes. Now HTML to data frame, let us check. HTML to data frame. Let us consider a random variable c equals to pd dot read underscore HTML, give the name rec.html, display. Yes, here you can see, right? Yes, but here you may get out that why it is not in form of data frame actually. Because the reason here is this name, age, ID and all. While converting, what happens is, since it is from web data, so here it is difficult in printing the values directly. What you have seen for the CSV, TXT is completely different and this HTML part is completely different. Now, we will also see by opening how can we get. Let me show you. Opening HTML file. If you simply use open off, that.html, here it will not open properly. So use list of. Yes, here you can see, right? These are the in tags format you will get. This is completely the HTML code actually. Yes, you can also copy this code and paste in a notepad and save it .html extension. Then you will get that HTML file. But actually, you need to have those head tags, body tags, and all. Here only the main concept, nothing but only about the table tags. It has displayed here completely. You can see TR is nothing but for creating a row actually. TH is nothing but the main heading, nothing but indexing, and remaining all are nothing but details here. One by one, we will try to display in that particular columns. This is how we work with HTML files. Next concept is XML files. Yes, data frame to XML. Data frame to XML. Yes, DF is our data frame dot to underscore XML of, give some name. Let me say stu list dot XML. Yes. Now let us check in our home page where we got it. Yes, stu list dot XML. Just open it. Here you can see this is complete code of that XML actually. This tags, as you are aware of, in HTML we will use TD, TR and all. But here we will directly use with these attribute names actually. That's the difference between HTML and XML. By the name itself, you can know XML full form is extensible markup language. So that's what it is, somewhat the updated version of that HTML. So you can understand, right? There completely it is TH, TR and all, but here it is clearly by looking here itself we can understand. So it increases the readability of users actually. So now let us work. Yes, coming back to here, now we will convert that XML to data frame. XML to data frame. Yes, before proceeding further, as I told, once we cover this, all the topics, I will provide this complete notes by saving in Google Drive. Because if I provide for individual topic, it becomes waste, and if I provide topic wise also, no one will prefer that notes actually. So once, as I told, completely we are going to work in this notebook. Once all the topics are covered, I will link it to description of each and every video, so that even you can access this particular notes and all. So now coming to the next part, data frame to XML. Yes, now XML to data frame. Consider a random variable. C is over. Let me take now D. Yes, PD dot read underscore XML of give the XML file name to strulist.xml and we are displaying it. Yes, you can see, right? Actually, in the older versions, read underscore XML is not supported. Actually, for that you are going to use another function, but the latest version supports. But if you are using an older version, read underscore XML is not will not work properly. Remember that point. Yes. Now opening XML. Opening XML. Let me set it to markdown. Yes. List of open of. Let me keep the single quotes. Yes, you can see the XML file has been displayed here in form of a list. Yes, you may get that what happens if we simply give tuple. Here it does not show any effect except this parenthesis and square brackets. The reason is I have not used the duplicate data. But while working with real-time data, obviously there will be duplicate records. Nothing but it can be due to multiple submissions and all the reasons. So for that reason, if you use the tuple, the first time, for example, there is a Google form, guys. For that, you will also have submit another response, right? If I, for suppose I will perform this tuple operation, the first time what you have submitted that will be saved. For example, you have given some wrong Aadhaar number or some wrong details that will be present, and the second time you will give correct details. But if you use tuple, what happens is the correct data will be lost. Nothing but the false information, nothing but the first attempt, firstly submitted one will be available, but the second submitted will be obviously removed. Sorry, that is not for tuple actually. Uh, it is for set actually. Sorry, I confused. For tuple, there is nothing changed. I have confused actually. I am sorry for it. So if you use set, the duplicates can be vanished. If you use tuple, you can't insert one more if you want and all. So let me keep it as list itself. Yes. Due to this tuple set and all, actually I confused. Yes. XML is done. Now the final concept is regarding JSON. Yes, JSON where we will use actually. So if you are aware of mean stack, merge stack and all MongoDB, NoSQL one, there we will use JSON objects and all you have heard of. But while getting the data for this data analysis, obviously it will be in JSON format. So JSON is mostly used in real-time scenarios and all. So now let us see how to convert data frame to JSON and vice versa. So now firstly let us convert data frame to JSON. Data frame to JSON. Yes. df is our data frame. df dot to underscore JSON of. Give some name. Yes, you can keep in single quotes or double quotes. That's your wish. let me say uh, members.json. Yes, actually this version supported, but some of the versions does not support 2 underscore JSON. So there you need to use some different things like 2 underscore XML and all. How we performed for the text file similarly. So here you can see members.json. Let me open it. Here you can see right root name. It is somewhat interesting, right? Comparing to the remaining file formats. Simply you can see root, click on root, you will get those attributes name, age and vote. Click on name, you will get all the names. Click on age, you will get all ages. On clicking on vote, you will get all the voting eligibilities. Yeah, there is also find concept, right? Yes, here you can see, here you can search like anything. Even values you can search or names you can search. This is the advantage of working with this JSON's file format actually. Actually, if you watch any other lectures also, they will not show all these files opening and all. Just they will show only this main notebook, nothing but hence we successfully converted from one format to another format and all. But these things actually you need to learn actually. You can learn only through our channel. So like, share and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed, and on the bell icon for all the updates. So now coming back to the topic, now let us convert JSON file to data frame. JSON to data frame. Yes. C is over, D is over. Now let us consider E as a new variable. PD dot read underscore JSON of. Let me copy this members dot JSON. Now let me display E. Yes, here you can see successfully it has displayed. Actually, this latest version supports read underscore JSON and to underscore JSON. But the older version supports only this file. But here you need to use either XML or CSV. Since mine is the latest version, it is supporting all. So even you can install the latest versions because Python day to day new functions will be introduced. And now last concept, nothing but opening JSON files. Simple list of open of members.json. You can see it has displayed here, right? This is, yes, this first opening indicates that it is root. Inside root we are having name, and inside name we are having all these things. In it will give in format of dictionary index value. Again, from root we are having age, and similarly finally we are having vote. This is how we work with different file formats. Hope you all understood, and if you are having any doubts, drop in the comment section. And in the next lecture we are going to work with web scraping with HTML and XML. Now you have seen just like how we converted to HTML and XML, right? In the next lecture, you are going to see how to work and what are the main operations to be performed on those HTML and XML files. Hope you all understood. Thank you.